not sure if not GoDaddy, but I'm not sure if what's the other hosting everybody use, John? The other hosting?
Lightspeed.
No, the HostGator.
Oh, nah, yeah, but like lately, I've been hearing a lot of bad stuff about HostGator, to be honest, from a lot of guys just within our network and within the group. Like apparently they've gotten really shitty here lately, and like guys been having a bunch of issues with their site being down constantly. Um, so Beyond Hosting is great, and there's a few others as well, but like I don't know, like HostGator used to be awesome, but now for some reason I'm hearing a lot of people complaining about like their site being down a lot with HostGator. So I don't know.
Okay, yeah, I was just saying like like some hosting companies will actually install CPV labs for you.
Yeah,
I know,
yeah.
yeah, I know Beyond Hosting well. So I'm gonna go through this, kind of breeze over it, but if you have any problems, I'm pretty sure you can ask your hosting to install it for you, or hit us up, and we can definitely help. All right, so once you buy CPV Labs, what they'll do is they'll send you an email, and then they'll just send you a zip file. So I'm gonna go in here and show you exactly where what the file looks like. So here we go, CPV Labs install. So you get like a zip file like this, and what you're gonna want to do is actually put the zip file in the location of your site. So if you're hosting your site on the same server as your CPV Labs, it's actually pretty easy. So let me go here and click File Explorer. All right, so what you want to do is just find your site that you just created, which is, in this case on a desktop, and you just want to drag the CPV Labs zip file that you got from CPV Labs and just put it right there in that same folder location. All right, and then you just want to let's actually put it in a separate folder. I'm going to create a new folder here. All right, new folder, and call it CPV Labs, and you just want to drag the install in that folder and then just unzip it. Right click, unzip, extract it here, and it's going to extract all the files you need right in that folder. All right, so let's give it a second. All right, and what happens is when you go back to your Dreamweaver and you click the little white box where it has your server and your local site information, you just want to click refresh, and it'll have that new folder that you just created. All right, so I'm just going to click on CPV Labs, and the install file is going to be right here. So all you're going to do is take all these files, and I usually hold shift, drag down, all right, and just drag them over into your server. All right, very simple, very straightforward. That's the first step, and the next step involves like a couple of things. All right, so just to get you guys familiar with this process. See if it does help. All right. So the good thing about CPV Labs is they have a help guide online. So you can just go to Google and type in CPV Labs installation guide. All right, and here we go. And there we go. Yes, right there, hosted online for you. All right, we did that. We took the files, unzipped them, uploaded it to our server, and the next step is just setting permissions. All right, so you just want to go to each folder and change permissions for a few files, and it shows you exactly what to do. And you want to create a database for that particular, for your login, for your to save all your information. Because what happens is with CPV Labs, it stores all of your data, like all your tracking, your keywords. It stores the traffic that comes in, It stores all of your conversions and everything. So you need to store that information somewhere. And you do that by creating a database, and I'm going to go over that too. All right, so as this is waiting, let's go ahead and create our database. So I'm going to go to GoDaddy. In this case, it's going to be different if you have a different hosting, but it's all pretty much the same. All right. So let's go ahead and log in here. And what we're going to do is just go to my account, and we're going to pull up hosting, and we're going to launch that. All right, so you're going to find your hosting that you're using for Dreamweaver, and then sort of scroll down, and you're going to find MySQL. So you can see here, MySQL. All right, click on MySQL, and it's going to show your databases here. But we want to create one, but it's not showing up here. Let me see. Here we go. Okay. So what you want to do is then click on Add and give it a friendly name. Call it CPV Labs. Database names, call it CPV Labs. Let's give it a more unique name because it's taken. So I'm going to give it CPV Labs Shakri. CPV Labs Shakri. And we're going to put a password in. Click OK. All right. It's being set up. All right. All right. So it's going to take some time to set up. But once it's set up, you're good to go. Yep, you're good to go, right? And it's different if you're using cPanel. You're gonna have to create a database, and then have to create a user, and then add that user to the database. But the important thing is to make sure your username. Make sure you use all the same usernames. Like choose one name, like CPV Labs, and your name for everything. For the user and for the database. All right, so it makes it a lot easier because what's going to happen is you're going to end up forgetting which name you use for which one, which thing, and it's going to be crazy. So I usually keep the same name across my databases and my users. So let's see if it's finished setting up. Okay, so it's finished setting up. And let's see what we have to do here. Man. Okay, I think that's it for GoDaddy. Well, that's all we have to do. All right, so we're good to go. All right, so that's finished. Now the next thing to do is just follow simple instructions and go here, and you want to change the permissions of your logo folder to 777. So you just want to go to the logo folder, and which is here, and it says change permissions for this folder to 777. So you can right click the folder, select set permissions, and change that to 777 and click OK. That's done. And next thing we want to do, let me make sure you guys can see. Alright, 1 second here. Alright, so the next step is to open the lib folder and change permissions to 666 to the D4ck1ng file. So let's go to lib and go to the D4ck1ng, click edit, set permissions, and we want to change that to 666. Alright, and then once that's done, we want to change the license folder and give right permissions to license.php file. So open the license folder, go to the license file, and change that to 6662. I'm going to rename while I'm doing that. Right click, set permissions, 666. That's done. And then open the install page. So we're going to go to our install page. So the next step is to bring up your site, Mom Tips for You, and I think it's installed in CPV Labs. Make sure. No, it's installed on the main directory. So all we need to do is find the install.php file. So click install.php. Make sure here. There we go, install.php. It's in Help Life. Okay. So we're going to move this. And then there we go. Alright, so then we get to this screen, which is the install.php file. And then again, like I said before, the database is the name of what you created in MySQL, which was CPV Lab Shakri. And you type your password in. And let's just put our password in that we use. And our database name was CPV Lab Shakri, and then email address you use for purchase, and then installation directory. The installation directory is where you install the CPV Labs the files, right? So the files you installed it on the Health Life folder. So you want to put that name of that directory here. All right. So if you because we didn't install it in the main domain, we installed it in the Health Life folder. You put that you put that here. Let's put Health Life, and you click install, and then you're good to go. I'm not going to do this for security reasons. I'm not going to install it here on this webinar, but that's pretty much it. And after you click install, they pretty much direct you to delete the install.php file, because they don't want security issues. They don't want people accessing your CPV Labs and screwing up your stuff. So so that's it. That's pretty much it. And you log in with admin. So when you want to log in, you log in with the username admin, and you go put admin for the password. All right, and it's going to be under login. So it's going to be whatever you install on your domain, like in this case, Mom Tips for You. You're just going to put /healthlife/login, and that's where your login is going to be at. You log in, and then you're good to go. All right. Now that's CPV Labs. You guys have any questions? Go ahead and shoot. Well, let me see if we got some questions here. John, you see any questions coming in, or?
All right, yeah. Let me unmute myself. No, I think everybody's good. And then to be honest, like Shakri does this kind of stuff. Remember I was telling you guys yesterday that I enjoyed the research part of it, and he doesn't. And I won't say enjoys this part, but he's a techie guy, so he does this kind of stuff. I hate it with a passion. I hate the hell. I'd rather get my eyes gouged out. But so you guys can do this yourself, or some hosting companies will install it for you, or you can get like an outsourcer to do this type thing. It's nothing to it. But so anyway, so yeah, that's that. So let me read Scott's question. If you're going to get. Okay, cool. Yeah. We're gonna get to that, Scott. That's gonna be like as far as like your keyword research, stuff like that. So yeah, we'll get to it, no problemo. Okay. Chris had a question here. Okay. I also had a question about competing against people who run coupon accounts. One of my competitors can raise bids on throwaway accounts and run multiple ad positions. Yeah. Okay. Like, are y'all like just really like, are y'all? Here's one really huge tip for you, Chris. This is pretty huge. So one thing you can do, our old method, we used to like use a ton of keywords. Let me ask you this: like, I'm guessing you guys must have like a small amount of keywords that you guys are bidding on. I'm guessing. Yeah, damn. 3. Okay. You're gonna have to expand that keyword list, man. For sure. You're gonna have to expand that joint. Um, okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, no doubt. Like, keep those 3, but you can hit him up. Like, trust me. There's gonna be some that you can hit up that you can kind of make up for the huge volume on those 3. As long as your ad can kind of direct them to it. Like, for instance, I give you a perfect example. It's basically, I don't know if you're familiar with demographic based keywords, but for instance, like when we were doing skin, we would bank off of stuff that had nothing to do with skin whatsoever. Now, what happens, like now, like, number one, they'll look at you like if you upload a shit ton of keywords at one time, they're going to look at you real cross-eyed, like, why in the hell is this guy in this niche he's in? Why has he got 100,000 keywords, whatever the case may be? So you kind of start off small, go find some other ones that's in the related niche, and start loading some of those joints up. But like I got away from my point. What I was saying was when we were running skin, we would bank real good off of like jury keywords because our target demographic was a woman that was age 35 to like 60. She was a little more affluent, so she had a little money to play with. And obviously, this lady in her head, obviously, what else is she gonna be looking for besides skin stuff? Because the skin stuff, we weren't, guys were bidding through the roof, and I don't even think most of them knew what the hell they were doing. They were just bidding strictly on these skin keywords. So once we branched out, we started banking real heavy because these keywords were so cheap because not many people were using them because they didn't know how to monetize them. So it would be something that this person would be interested in also, but they're going to come in from a different angle. So, jury keywords, shoe, like purses, stuff like that, we were banking pretty good on in skin. Now banks changed their approach a little bit. So now they're going to look at it like you're going to have to figure out, a good blend, basically finding some other related keywords and then just kind of making them work. Like, especially the niche you're in, you can do that. You can make that joint work a lot of different ways. A lot of different ways you can go about like finding, some other slightly related keywords, and because the thing you got to think about, the person is not the person's only going to click if they're interested, basically. So if they're in that mind state, if that's going to hit your target demographic, and they see your ad and it's they liking what they see or they're interested in, that's the only way they're going to click it anyway. So that could be a really good way for you to make up for those 3 keywords, because that's tough. That's real tough. The only other thing you could do is find some other ways of monetization, like how to monetize it in some other forms or fashion. Getting some emails, stuff like that, so you can actually bid higher, something like that. But 3 keywords is a really tough biz, to a tough position to be in for sure. So I just recommend expanding out some keywords, man. And Shakri, Harvey was asking, do you have one main install of CPV Labs on the domain?
Yeah, yeah. You just need one install of CPV Labs. I don't know if you mean two installations of CPV Labs, but yeah, you usually have what I usually do is have a main domain and have a CPV Labs installed on that domain, and I also will have my website installed on that domain too. Sometimes I have a different domain for my website and a different domain for my CPV Labs tracking. Just to keep things separate. And Harvey also asked, is there a performance hit by hosting CPV Labs and the campaign site on the same domain? If there is, I don't know. I just think it's convenient to have both on the same one. The only thing is you have to make sure you name your CPV Labs domain something that is related to your campaign name. So if you're doing skin, or if you're doing diet, you want to name your CPV Labs domain something that has to do with diet. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, what a lot of guys do is they create a domain called my CPV Labs Tracker.com. In that case, you'd have to have your your website on a different domain because you don't want you don't want to be selling diet pills and sending people to my CPV Lab tracker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you want to keep things separate. If you can afford that and if you're worried about performance. But I like to just keep everything on one hosting.
And yeah, and especially like unless you send in like some a super ridiculous, enormous amount of traffic, you shouldn't see any, as far as performance, you shouldn't see a problem with anything getting backed up or anything like that. So you should be fine. When you get into doing PPV and stuff like that, it becomes a little different story sometimes. But for the source, but for sake of what we're doing here, you're good. I'm gonna hit these next two questions up, Shakreed, and I'm gonna let you go ahead and continue to knock that joint out. So let's see. Yeah, Scott, as far as Google, like, I don't know, man, we mess with Google here and there, but, we just like Bing because we get the clicks cheaper, and Google's algorithm is different too, man. Like, we just don't get the same traction on Google as we get on Bing. And they fuck with us a lot. Like, I don't know, we try to do everything. We'll have completely clean this and that. Everything will be brand new hosting. And I don't know. But at one point, I think Gray's Cloak was down for a second. Like, as far as like some new IPs were emerging, and that could have been why we got banned on Google. But they kept fucking with us. So we don't mess with them a whole lot. But these theories do cross over, as far as like what we're teaching on Bing. And the good thing about Google is, like, Bing's a little more anal on certain things. Like, Google doesn't give a shit. They'll give you traffic to the keyword as long as you're willing to bid more for it. They look at it like, well, if this guy's willing to pay, $2 a click, who am I to say that his quality, his stuff's not relevant? It obviously is if he can afford to pay this much per click for it, or he's willing to bid this much per click. Yeah, exactly. I hate them sons of bitches. I hate Google. I hate them. Yeah, no doubt, man. All right, and yeah, definitely. Yeah, it'll work on Google and Facebook. I don't know about Facebook. We have not advertised on Facebook. Not sure why. I guess we just fell in love with Bing, but we're going to be looking at that. Like, we got some guys that's doing some Facebook stuff that wants to partner up with us. So we're going to start doing some Facebook stuff.
Let me answer Ross's question.
Okay. Yeah.
He says, so you install CPV Labs on every new domain you create. No, you only get one license for CPV Labs. You only get one license, so you can't install it on every domain you have. What usually, if you want to create multiple campaigns, you can just host the your website for any particular campaign on a different domain. So you buy a unique domain for each of your offers or campaigns, and you just use CPV Labs for the tracking. So, and you'll see now what I'm about to show you. When you use Landing Page Genius with CPV Labs, you don't even use the CPV Labs tracking link whatsoever. So it's almost like you're not using CPV Labs when you use it with Landing Page Genius. So because you don't use the tracking link they give you. And again, it's just CPV Labs is just a tracking link. It's just a tracking platform. You can have multiple campaigns on other domains and still use CPV Labs. So with that said, let me get back into the presentation here so we can finish this stuff up. I don't want this to go on 5 hours.
Yeah, but let me tell you guys this too. Like, so what we're about to get into, or not what Shakreed's about to show you guys or get into. I'm gonna answer your joint, Bobby, too. I'm gonna just answer it. I'm gonna just type it in. So when guys wonder, like, what makes the difference, like how we're able to actually come in and start, banging these niches out and like really do these big days on Bang. This is one of the most important parts of the puzzle, because this is going to allow you to do some massive freaking testing, and do it efficiently. Like, this tool is it's stupid. It's awesome. It's a little, there's a little bit of technical stuff involved in it. So I'm interested in how Shakreed's want to break this down, because he explains it to me and I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. And I just don't even pay him any attention, but I don't think it's that much to it. I just don't like that kind of stuff. I'm old school. I like writing copy and, doing research, so going around on porn sites looking for banners and stuff like that. But I don't like the techie stuff. He does. He enjoys it and he's really good at it. So I just want you guys to know the severity of landing page genius and using that joint to really make a huge difference in your ROIs. All right. So with that said, continue, my brother.
No problem, no problem. All right, so if you guys see the site that's pulled up, this landing page genius, it's an awesome tool. It's not the easiest, most intuitive tool out there that does this, but it's the cheapest, and I think it's well worth the slight learning curve on how to use it. All right, so let me show you how to install it. So once you buy it, it's like $100-something bucks. You go ahead and log in, and what you do, first thing you do is you go to your licenses, and you want to add your domain that you're using to advertise with. You want to add it to your license. All right, so it's the first thing you do. Next thing you do is go ahead and just download landing page genius. All right, there's a download button.